Insiders, this will be over and over. To lead by an any big fat love, find common ground to halt the spread of lies. And we must do it big fat love, find common ground to halt the spread of lies. And any
America first, America first.
Non-fatal, we want to build a much better, believable people. And we must do it non-fatal. Communication
Very much higher. America first.
to lead by an any.
Insiders fighting for insiders.
Time to stop.
Insiders fighting for insiders.
More of.
Insiders fighting for insiders.
Time to stop.
Insiders fighting for insiders. America first.
Love the flow. 69.
Now it's time for new
Believable.
people.
And we must do it. If we don't control,
Insiders,
this will be over and over. To lead by an any big fat love, find common ground to halt the spread of lies. And we must do it big fat love, find common ground to halt the spread of lies. And any
America first. America first.
non-fatal, we want to build a much better, believable
People.
and we must do.
Yes, that is true. It is. yeah, yeah, that is true. That was the Trump Meister himself. For those who don't know, that was made by Pogo. Obviously, you saw The Last End, but that it's on his channel if you want to see for yourself. Because I can't remember the story behind it, but I believe it was during 2016 era, and he made it when I had seen the video that he was talking about on. I think he was saying it was more of a sort of like a jokey thing, but it's been a while. Plus, he was on Crowder, so there you go. But anyway, welcome to another DaraChat. My name is Daramuth, or Dara for short, because sometimes a 4-letter word is just easier to say. It's true. That's why you hear people. That's why you hear people say the F word a lot. F this, F that. Can't believe that man F my wife. You know, it's just at a certain point, people just love dropping that sort of stuff.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I'm trying to figure out what is he trying to do? Is he gonna show a
Don't
movie
worry
with
about
that?
it. Everything's fine.
I almost felt like you were in a Trump voice there. Everything's
Almost.
okay.
Everything's all right. Just doing good. Just a little backroom trouble. Just a little bit of backroom trouble. How you doing, Dara?
Someone's trying to get into the back door. I'm going to say no, thank you.
No, thank you. Build a wall right up against the crack of the ass. Not allowed. No entry. Por favor, stay far away.
I can't believe how good you're at that. That's a little too much for that one. But no, I'm doing pretty well. How are you, good panda, sir?
I am extremely sick with 102 fever, but damn it, I wasn't going to miss this. Absolutely not.
Well, you've got
Ready.
you've got a shirt, you've got a hoodie, and you've got a leather jacket on. All
That's
right?
a funny. It's funny you should say that. I'll tell you why. It's because I turned my heat off. Basically, I live in a really shit apartment complex, and every year I'm allowed to make the request of turning the heat on or off for the year. And most of the time, it gets too hot in here. So I said, you know what? Turn that fucker off. Well, then the snow apocalypse fucking came, and it's been like negative 18 degrees every day. So I've been freezing.
Oh, that's too funny. But I mean, I figured just like last year the bills were so high, I couldn't keep it on, so I had to tell him take off that heat, and then I realized my hands were turning purple, and that's when you know. I'm not too far from that same situation. I have a little heater, electric, but my issue is that my room has like windows in like a corner area here. And one of them was not so great, so I had to buy plastic. Hey, it's not my. Oh, and he's gone. Oh, and he's back.
Everything's fine now. Sorry.
And like magic, he reappears.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him go. Oh my goodness. No, but my windows, like one of the windows is bad. It's whatever. So I had to buy like plastic film people put over a window. and then I got another one that's just like a big, back and forth. But I think I may have to put plastic over that too because it's still a bit cold, and my little heater can only do so much. It's like the little engine that could until the power goes out.
Yeah. I think, listen, man, I think that's like most people's stories right now is like, it's too cold for even like modern systems like of heat. Nothing can compete with it right now. Nothing.
Yeah. Especially when you're like right now, it's like 3 degrees where I'm at. That's cold.
Yep. Yeah.
That's cold.
Agreed. Yeah.
It's only worse. Okay. So only worse when it gets below 0. Now people say, well, it can't be that bad. Listen, you don't know what cold's like until you breathe it in and then you have trouble breathing it in. All right, that's negative. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've had there was the polar vortex like a few years, maybe not a few years ago, but some time ago, where I was just grateful if my car started, because that's the point right there.
I hear you.
If your car doesn't start, it's not a good day, especially if you want to get groceries.
Yep.
Nowadays, you can just have it delivered to you though, so it costs a bit extra. But
is anyone delivering in these temperatures?
Well, I had pizza delivered over the weekend, so I mean, yeah. So there's something, but it was during the daytime, so it's a little warmer during that time. Plus, I gave a good tip, so that
goes a while.
Yeah, that goes a while because I used to work in that industry, so I know what it's like. I know what it's like. It was funny enough. Funny if I was delivering to a college. I won't say what the college is because Lord knows I don't need them suing me. It's not a good day when it happens. But what happened was I was delivering for this college place near where the pizza place was I was working at. And it was winter. It was not great. There was at one point where I was delivering to like these different dorms and stuff because they have, mixtures. They have it's a college that across the way, like there's a main road here, and then across the way is a college for just girls.
Okay.
It's just girls. It's a very Catholic college, but we'll leave it at that.
Sure.
And so one winter, I believe it got so bad that they kind of just like ended the night. But before that happened, though, we were out delivering pizza, and I had almost gotten my car stuck in like the back area where sometimes there's like a delivery spot for some of the trucks on the campus I go to take stuff out, do stuff, whatever. But it was just this back area to kind of deliver in because there's just some weird ways of trying to deliver to someone, and it's not always in the best area to deliver it to because it was not fun, and especially summer camps. Oh, good Lord, those people were pricks on the tip.
Yeah, like so. What happens? Like when you get a bad tip? Have you ever wanted micro retaliation, in a fun way? Have you ever done anything, a little fun, Adam back? Nothing? Anything?
Well, I mean, I think the worst is if you don't get a tip at all, right? That's probably worse.
What do you do in that situation?
Well, certainly I'd lose my job if I tried to do anything else, so I'm not going to try to go hog heavy. A college just for girls. I identify as a girl. Well, I'm sure the boys across the way have visited, so it's not just for girls per se, but you know how it is. I'd probably sneaking people in at a certain point, but I'm not gonna.
I think if I didn't get a tip, I think I just set the house on fire. I think that's what I would do.
and this just in, we're over the dorm, and the dorm looks like it's beyond a boistering fire.
I think that's about even.
Delivery driver says, I only got a 1er.
Yeah. Officer, not my fault. Listen, you can't blame me. I got $1 for that delivery. They're like, you know what, sir, you're free to go. Thank you, officer. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll be waiting for the day we have a PandaSub. Was the old cop show? Chips. Chips.
Yeah. Chips 2000.
Chips 2000.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
2026 Chips returns.
Yep.
And now you get to see more silly, more hilarity, and a lot more
I'm ready.
a lot more raunchiness this summer. Oh goodness. But yeah, you know what? I will say though, I do like your coat, your leathery coat.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is that a one you found at a store, or was that one you handmade with your own hands?
I would love to lie and say that I made it with my own hands. I didn't. No. Why people love this jacket on me, and by love they mean to like fill me with nothing but ridicule, is because it's a motorcycle jacket and I don't own a motorcycle. So it's kind of being a big tool bag. But I like the jacket. What are you going to do?
No, that's wait.
All Shadow Lord trailer. I think there's. Whoa, you're having technical issues too.
No, I'm trying to see what you had a thing up on your.
No, that wasn't me. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh no! You know what's happening?
What?
Oh no! Fucking hell! All right. So what's happening here is, as you know, during my day job, I work at Side Scrollers, and one of my colleagues is doing a show, and I think their feed is going through my feed at the moment. So 1 second,
and you muted yourself.
I will fix that in a second. Everything will be fine.
No. Wait. You have a great opportune time to reverse that feed and leave just a very funny message.
Yeah. Let's see here. We should be good now.
There we go. I don't see any words.
You should hear me still, correct?
Yeah, I can hear you still. Yep, you're still good to go.
I am. All right.
It's almost like the challenger, except we're just challenged.
Sorry about that.
No,
all right. We're good.
I was like, there are words appearing on the screen. It's like, is he have like social, was it Ninja Blade? He's having people just on his
No, that's
end.
embarrassing. It's actually our good friend Blabs from Side Scroller. She's doing a show right now.
Ooh.
And her feed is going through my feed. So I'm getting all of her super chats. So I should say thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yes, I didn't even know the show and I got it for free. Oh my goodness! But no, I'm glad that's going well for you over there. The Side Schooler ordeal. It seems like you're the front man now. You're like the guy with the keyboard.
Yeah, well, it started off. I was what my role was supposed to be was background guy. Like, I was going to be in the background making the show and stuff like that.
Right.
And for whatever reason, they were kind enough to let me be on the show itself. So I'm there every single day, and been having fun. I love that crew. They're the best. It's so much fun. It's so strange. Going from super, my channel is still extremely small here on Rumble.
Right.
And I love my community. I love Rumble to death. But it's, when you're in a small channel, you have like, you're part of a small club. Like you kind of know, well, some big people, but me, I kind of just know the very tiny little small pockets of people, cause you have a lot of big guests on and stuff like that. Me, I'm kind of small. So,
well, you're big too.
No. It was strange to go from, my friend like Steve, to suddenly, we were talking to, like Marty O'Donnell and what's his name there? Superman there. I just forgot his name. Dean Cain. Crazy. The jump of the world difference. So it's been fun to have that opportunity. A lot of fun.
Yeah, and you got to talk to one of the Supermen. So there you go.
One of them. Yes.
Yeah, one of them. See, now the one thing that I've always been on the resonance of is that, Brandon Ruth was Superman, but
Brandon Ruth.
But he got the bad end of the stick. Like I've never seen him other than Dean Cain. I've not seen him on shows per se. And I don't know if that's a personal thing or it just doesn't get invited on because he is a Superman, right? Like Tim Daly. Tim Daly was the voice of Superman in the Superman series long ago, WB, and I believe part of the Justice League, but I think there was another guy that voiced Superman too. I can't remember his name. And then of course there was, funny enough, I think there was a movie where Tim Daly's son had voiced Superman. So you got that too, and he's been voiced by a few other people and played by a few other people too. But we won't get too much into like those who hate the not to be named Superman movie from last year.
You saw that? Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, we won't talk about it, but I take it you weren't a bit. I have not seen it, so I was. You were not a fan of it, correct?
No. Well, since you already brought it up anyway, it's too late now.
Right.
No, I went to go see it. I went to go see it a few times. Now, first time I saw it, I didn't see the very beginning of it because I either was the restroom or was a snack bar. I didn't make it in time, whatever, and so I didn't get to see that part. But the second time I came on, or the second time I went to go see it, I saw the beginning of it, and it's sort of like the word scroll at the very beginning, and then it comes into like the whole Superman being knocked on the ground and stuff. There, I don't want to say there's a lot of controversy around it. I would say that a lot of people either liked it or didn't like it, and for various reasons, whether it be for James Gunn, because some people thought it made Superman look weak, or this or that or whatever. But at the end of the day, though, I went to go see it and I enjoyed it because
okay.
there were a lot of last year's Superman was all. Well, I mean, some people. Oh gosh, don't tell me. Oh man, don't tell me Rumble. Rumble didn't update, so now I can't pin anything. So I got to refresh my page in order.
All right.
Yeah, so that's always the fun stuff. 1 second.
Sure. Hi. Hey, everybody. So this is now no longer the Daramuth channel. It is now the... Oh, fuck. I already lost it. So close.
I was like, I hate when it happens because I can tell when they make an update on Rumble Studio. You can't really do anything. You bring up pin notices or whatever. I'm like, son of a bit. All right. Anyway, Superman. That's right. So it was a lot of different things, a lot of different controversies. I know some people liked it, some people didn't, but I enjoyed it because there were a lot of things in it that were, that again, you want to talk about, like people would always go back to like the Christopher Reeve Superman, right? Like that's pretty much a big one. You probably know it. Everyone else probably knows it. It's probably a big Superman that everyone knows. And so you've got that Superman. And people go back to that. And so as a comparison, you don't want to go back to like the earlier Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a movie that Ben Affleck played. He was playing George.
He played the real life story of the guy who played Superman.
Yeah, exactly. And so you have those comparisons and all that stuff, which is fine, all the ones we named earlier. But this one was one of those where it sort of felt a bit like it had some of that spirit of maybe the Christopher Reeve, maybe some of the campiness of like the animated stuff. But it was really just one I enjoyed going to see because I didn't. There were just moments that hit every time I had gone to see it. And so my argument has always been movies are about how they make you feel and partially how they make you think, but mostly how they make you feel, because how else would a movie stay with you, right? Like, I'm sure you have a few favorite movies that you like. What movies do you like? Oh, there we go. Hollyland and George Reeves. Okay, thank you for that. I didn't know what it was. But what movie would you consider your 10 out of 10?
A 10 out of 10. So I happen to like, unfortunately, I do like a lot of pretentious, like, foreign films and shit. But I would say for me, but let's just talk, regular Hollywood movies. I think hands down the greatest masterpiece of filmmaking, of mainstream filmmaking, is hands down Fight Club. Ooh. I don't think you can get, in my opinion, that is a modern masterpiece to me. You like top to bottom. First of all, I don't know if you're aware of the book from Chuck Palahniuk, Fight Club, but the movie was better than the book, and that's always very rare. Like that's really rare, and it is light years better than the book. The movie understood the subject material better than the book itself understood the subject. The cinematography was brilliant. The acting was fantastic. The script was phenomenal. The casting spot on. You couldn't have gotten better people to play it. It had every metaphor you wanted in there, or you could have just had. It was a good movie. If you're not into that, and you just wanted to have fun. It was funny. It was satirical. It's a good. So I would say Fight Club is probably the greatest modern film, in my opinion.
And certainly, and you had Brad Pitt in it. You had Edward Norton in it. You had Helena
Bonham Carter.
Oh gosh, that's a name mouthful right there. That's
Gorgeous too. Woo.
that.
That movie.
Well, well, she was kind of involved with Tim Burton for a time, so
That's right.
there's that.
I'm all right. I can be side. I got scraps. It's okay.
I'm out here on the street fighting for my scraps.
Yeah. I'm not picky.
Oh goodness, but no, I've never seen Fight Club. I've seen bits and pieces.
You got it, my friend.
Well,
do you know anything about it? I'm not going to pitch it. Do you know what I mean?
I know a little bit. Like, there's the rules. Like, don't talk about Fight Club, and if you do talk about Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club.
You don't know the twist ending, right?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Please see the movie. You're going to love it. I think you're going to genuinely love it. Trust me.
Oh man, I was like, now I got to write down watch Fight Club.
You will love it. If I know you, I think you're going to really like it.
Okay, I'll find on the interwebs where I may find that. But no, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. He's up there with Fight Club. Well,
American History X, yeah.
Edward Norton is in that one too. So
it's Fairuza Balk. Remember from The Craft? Woo, another hottie.
No, my goodness. And we just does
it's really just about the hot ass in the movies. That's really all it is. It's about. Let's just talk about hot chicks. Let's do it. Let's go.
Who do you see as your top lead actress, like beautiful in that regard?
Ooh, for me, it will always be Natalie Portman.
Really?
Yeah, her personality is a bag of dicks, but her looks are 10 out of 10.
When you come up with something to describe someone, you're just like, bag of dicks. Like that lady over there's a bag of dicks.
If I looked at a bag of dicks, I'm like, Natalie Portman's personality. Got it. Fucking equal. 1 for 1.
Oh my gosh. That's just that's just if you ever get the chance to meet, it's like, oh look, it's Natalie Portman.
I've gotten to meet her, which was
really?
And I could tell you, yeah. I used to work in the industry, so I got to meet all these people. So, bag of dicks, beautiful bag of dicks, big beautiful bag of dicks, so big, so beautiful.
Ewan McGregor, huge bag of dicks.
I think if I was a girl, I think Ewan would be like in my top 3. That's a good looking guy. He's got the accent and everything. Good.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the accent that brings the ladies together. Like you go to one of those fancy party clubs and you bring an accent with you. Muy caliente.
Yeah. When I want to meet a lady, I just do this. Hi there, how you doing? And that doesn't seem to work. It doesn't get the ladies like you'd think.
Sounds like the Swedish chef at that point.
It's a bad Swedish. How you doing?
Well, I come for your women.
Come for your women. You look very pretty.
Wait a second. Are you supposed to be a Viking? Is it not working?
Is it not working?
No, it's not working.
Damn it.
Oh. Well, it's funny enough, though. I've actually talked to a few people. One, I've talked to someone from Finland. I've talked to someone from Norway. And I believe,
Australia too, correct? You know some...
Australia. Gaming Chat is from the Netherlands. So I've talked to a few people from the Netherlands. But yeah, I talked to people all over. I'm waiting. I don't know if I've talked to someone from Switzerland, though. Curses.
You're talking to one now.
Yeah. Welcome to my show, Herman that makes a trip.
Where are your women?
What's this boat called? It's called the Viking Ship. Come on with me. That'll be the new Dr. Seuss book.
Mm-hmm.
What I saw on a Viking ship. Oh goodness. But no, I mean, obviously sometimes an actor's not who they are on what they're portrayed, if that's a good way of saying that.
Oh yeah. No, most of them are just narcissists and miserable people. Every once in a while you'll meet a couple of nice ones. Like I've met, I would say of the people that I've met and known, I would say like Nicole Kidman is super nice. You know, she was Tom Cruise, super nice to their staff. They were respectful. Yeah. Most of them treat the nobodies like me, like trash, like gutter trash. But they were very respectful, super nice. You meet a couple of them once in a while, but most of them are real bastards.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Well, and obviously, of course, is that I would think it's that sort of personality that kind of goes up over time at being an actor. Because I would imagine someone who goes in first time at the beginning and they get like those beginning like Jennifer Lawrence, right? Jennifer Lawrence didn't start out what she was. She started out like some indie movie or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a trying to solve the murder of her dad, and she finds he's like in this frozen river or something like that. I can't remember, but you have like over time they get into these big projects, or maybe they touch upon a big project. Looking at you, Brie Larson, and and they can kind of get Neo. Now I will say I would say that all of them do, because you do have ones like, I don't know, maybe like Jeff Bridges. Jeff
He
Bridges.
seems like he'd be a pretty chill, cool guy.
Yeah, he's like the dude in real life.
Yeah, that's what he seems like. Yeah,
which is the irony. You and like you said, for the some you saw, like, and Nicole Kidman and all that. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's a difficulty, because people aren't behind those scenes where, like, what's the behind the scenes of like the Golden Globes or Emmys or whatever. There's all these celebrities. I think, I really do think that when Ricky Gervais hosted the Golden Globes.
Several times too.
Yeah, I think when he hosted the Golden Globes, he was probably the most truthful person they've ever had host the Golden Globes, and that was because he could literally say all that stuff to their face, and they either had to laugh about it or frown about it. And when you're kind of forced with that, hey, Common, how are you doing? But when you're kind of forced with it, I'm hungry for her games. Well, she's I don't know about that. Touch upon a few projects, if you know what I mean. Well,
I know they're fight like him.
Well, technically, some of them didn't complain about it either, so blame the woman on that regard. But yeah, it would be interesting to see what actors are not shite people and which ones are shite people, because it is a very what's a good word? It is a very Fight Club industry. It's a very Fight Club industry.
Yeah. Well, I think. Listen, I think anytime you're a Hollywood actor or actress, there's going to be a good degree of narcissism in there. And anytime you think that you're worthy of people watching everything you do and having photographs of you and being on the cover of magazines, there's a chance, if that's the job you chased, there's a chance you're potentially a narcissist, and then getting close to a fat bag of dicks. It really just depends on where you are on that scale.
or when you dick a fat bag, there's something like that too.
Or just a fat bag. Nicole Kidman is a fat bag right there.
Well, I don't know about that. She looks like a stick. But of course, it's a really good one. Gwyneth Paltrow. That's right.
Yeah.
When you can sell a candle of your own goop, that might be a problem. But then again, that was one up when Amaranth started. I think it was Amaranth who started selling a beer.
She started didn't she fart in jars too? Or one of them did.
No, that was someone else.
Okay. Bathwater. Someone did something like that.
Bathwater was Belle Delphine. Belle Delphine was the bathwater, and she's still going strong. Goodness sake. But no, it was she. I can't remember what was her now, but there was someone who had made a beer off.
Was it like yeast?
Yes, but it was it was their own yeast in essence.
Nice. Nice.
I'm like, I don't know what this is anymore. I want to get out. I want to get off the ride. Someone get me off the ride.
Yeah.
Amaranth. Yeah, that's right.
More time to grab the credit card. Hard to say. Am I right, Dara? Am I right?
Look, I was sick over when people started drinking the bathwater that Belle Delphine gave them. Okay, and those sold like quite a pop. All right, that's ooh.
If they had any balls, it'd be their toilet water. If they had any balls.
if they had any balls, they wouldn't have bought it in the first place.
That's also true. Yeah.
The farting in jars was me. Well, you know what? If you didn't make enough money, then you're really not out of debt, are you? Also discussed with Tiny Panda Face, who looks a lot like Havoc's.
She does look like that, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We like to, you know what? That's a funny another thing too is that there are people out there that look like other people but have no relation to them whatsoever.
Yeah, has anyone ever said you look like somebody?
I think there was one time someone said I look like a celebrity, but I'm like, are you sure that guy has a beard and I don't? What makes you think they're in relation to me? But other than that, not really. Or maybe like I think there was one time someone said like a cousin they had, like it looked similar to a cousin.
Oh, so you're not a celebrity. You're like Steve's cousin's uncle.
Yeah.
Gary.
Two doors down to the left. Hey, you know that Johnson kid? You know, you look like that Johnson kid. Who's this Johnson kid everybody keeps talking about?
I used to get a couple of people used to say I look like Ethan Embry or Jay Moore. I used to get a lot. But without you have to take the beard and everything off.
Oh, that's right. No, I think he was the guy who played the Punisher, wasn't he?
No. That's Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane. Okay. Yeah,
no. So you know who Ethan Embry is? He was in Can't Hardly Wait. He was like the main dorky kid in Can't Hardly Wait. The main guy that gets Jennifer Love. Spoiler alert. Who gets Jennifer Love Hewitt at the end?
Of course.
And then Jay Moore. You may know he was from Saturday Night Live. He used to do a great Christopher Walken on Saturday Night Live, but you also may know him from like Jerry Maguire. Was the blonde, curly-haired kind of other agent guy, I think.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there.
There you go. What we learned today was a bunch of actors from different movies.
Yes.
But I could see a little Ethan Embry.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I just think like you look like a very bearded man who's ready to go on a motorcycle ride. But that's just me.
That's exactly what I'm about to do, yes. I won't know how to ride it. I will probably fall off and get seriously injured, but that's exactly what I'm doing after this.
Getting on my ride on the freeway, ice and snow all around.
Oof, we'll be blasting that soundtrack too.
Please don't. People are like, that doesn't even sound right. Who wrote this song? Oh goodness. But I was gonna watch that. Well, too late now. It's been ruined.
It has been.
It's been ruined. You know, I find that funny when you're talking about a movie that was like maybe 20 years old. It's like, I didn't even watch that movie. You ruined it. It's like the movie's been out for like 2 decades now. If you wanted it not ruined, you should have seen it already. Mm-hmm. We're ever gonna see it at all? Well, maybe. There's your problem.
Dude, I'll tell you what, just as you said that just made me think about Fight Club. Do you know how that is 26 years old? Good Lord, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not even, that just hit me right now. 26 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, 26 years. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of some of my movies. Like, I think like the first Harry Potter's.
I think it was 2000, 2001, probably.
Yes.
Sorcerer's Stone, I think it's 2001.
Yes, it's about 26 years at this point.
And we had bangers. You had Spider-Man, I think was like 2000.
Yeah, 2000. Yep.
You had Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. The Matrix was in 1999. You were finishing up, if you liked the Star Wars prequels, those were going. That was a hell of a like 7-year period.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the funny thing was that I can't remember if they tried to bring out a new The Lord of the Rings every year, or I was like,
I think it was every year.
Yeah, because they were. What was it? What was the last one? Return of the King is the last one, and so
of that trilogy, yes.
Yeah. And case in point, Fight Club is too new for me to have seen it yet. Wow. But rule number 1 says not to talk about it, and also is the only person in the world who hasn't seen it. Well, no, I'm pretty sure the other people haven't seen it. But then again, preference in movies.
Well, Fight Like Hell hasn't seen it.
No, there you go. Talking Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, one of the last decent. Well, that's Sam Raimi right there, though. Right?
Sam Raimi, yeah.
And the funny thing was that he also directed Multiverse of Madness, which a lot of people didn't like. So, kind of the good and the bad of directing is sometimes you hit a winner, and sometimes you no, nope,
Sometimes just no.
nope,
Yeah.
just no, just oh, I'm sorry, you were what? No, just no, it's okay. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you had the Spider-Man, you had all those little ones. I think it was funny because I remember during at that time, like there, the whole of the like 2001 and all that stuff, and I think the Spider-Man movies were going to include the towers, but because of what had happened, they decided to take them out, and like people got clamored up for some. And it's just one of those things. It seems so far away now, but like there's still memorials and all that stuff to it. It's just insane how far away that is, and yet it's still kind of present in that regard.
100%. Yeah, no, there was I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember like there was a teaser trailer. I think like the helicopter got caught in the web between the two towers. It was something like that.
Yeah.
And then they changed that whole thing.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember hearing that because it was just during that time. And again, what was that? I don't think Marvel Entertainment was bought out by Disney at that point because it was still its own thing.
I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah, because they were still doing, like, they still did the what was it? The Hulk with Eric Bana, Jennifer, no, what was her
Connelly
name?
was in Hulk.
Yes, and then you had Sam Elliott was in it, and then you had Nick. You had Nick Nolte in it. Listen here, my son. Horrible person with the helicopter and towers. Yep. See, I figured it was.
Thanks, Lando.
Well, it is owned by Sony, but again, it was like early 2000s where I don't think that deal had gone through.
I don't think it was there yet. I feel like I'm talking out of my ass, but I feel like that came around the time of like Iron Man. So I'm going to say that this is like 2004, 2005 or something is my thinking when Disney was probably bought them. I'm guessing.
2008 is when Iron Man came out.
Okay, so I'd probably 2006 then.
Possibly.
At Disney, because it's going to take a couple years to make that. So
yeah, because I don't believe. I think Disney probably didn't buy Marvel Entertainment until after the first Iron Man was done, because that was still under Marvel Entertainment. I mean, technically it's still Marvel Entertainment, but it wasn't with the Disney branch over it, or Disney umbrella, sorry. And because that was such a huge success, the first Iron Man, that was wildly successful. Sony owned before the Tobey. Okay, so they owned the Spider-Man, but they only owned the movie parts because there were. Well, actually, you know what? There was the game.
2009
okay.
is when they bought him, apparently.
Yeah, but yeah, because they made the games that used the movie, the Spider-Man movie games, because it had like Tobey Maguire voice in it and Bruce Campbell. Pretty fun actually, because I like when Bruce Campbell was narrating, and you'd have to go around the city and stop at these question bubbles, and you just hear Bruce Campbell just read it off, and like, oh, that's it right there. That's it. Disney bought Marvel in 2009. Yeah, so year after the Iron Man. The Disney buyout was finalized back in 2016, I believe, made official in 2017. Okay, so it took them a while to get there. Hey, Aramis, thank you.
On that, brother.
Oh, it's thank you for that. I don't consider them interviews though. I consider it a conversation, because interviews require tie and stuff, and I'm not that formal. So, but thank you though. I appreciate it. Oh, hold on though. I have to do my writing. Hold on. And how do I spell A? Oops, nope. Can't use that.
ARAMIS.
I'm like a blind person. Oh, Panda, can you sound it up for me?
I'm looking at you too. It looks like ARAMIS. Yes.
There you go.
Aramis.
Okay. Thank you, Aramis. Much appreciated. And Superman. Oh, what's that in relation to? Spider-Man. No, Superman films. Okay, that's what it was for. Sony finalized the Spider-Man rights in 1999 for $7 million. Can you believe that? $7 million. Now it's multi-millions. That's crazy. I think Disney bought Marvel everything
for $4 billion, I think.
$4 billion. Can you imagine having that kind of money there, Phoenix? You never have to live in an apartment again.
It could have heat.
Whatever I want the heat.
I'll just set up for fucking heat at this point. I'm a rich man if I get some heat.
forget gold, forget silver. Just give me heat. That's all that defines my success.
That's it. I'm living like a goddamn king if I get some heat.
I can just see you. You just have all these heaters around you. Like, what the hell is all this heat? This is my heat. Yeah, because I just don't. I don't like this kind of weather.
Well, let me ask you this, Dara. Do you have? And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But
right,
I've always had this philosophy that if you have a washer and dryer, in your house, you've hit the tippity top of life. Like if you have that, there's nothing better in life if you just have a washer and dryer in your house. Do you have that?
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, then you need it. There's nowhere else to go, brother. You're at the tippity top.
Right.
I had one. I was in one apartment in San Francisco that had a washer and dryer.
Oh, really?
And that was like the peak of my existence. Was at that point in time. It's been all fucking downhill from there.
Well, yeah, because it's in San Francisco, and sometimes all you do is go downhill.
That's very correct.
What are those trolleys doing? They're going uphill. What's that guy doing? He's going downhill.
That is true. Yeah.
So
yeah.
What's the moral of the story? Don't be like that guy going downhill.
That's it. Don't say that this show doesn't give life lessons, because you just got one, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And next time on Bobby Says a Lot of Words, we can hear Bobby say more. What was the show that Bill Cosby did? Kids Say the Darnest Things.
Oh, kids. Yes. I was like, what, the Bill Cosby show?
No, I bring up Bill Cosby like, okay. Oh, are we still on? Hello?
No, I'm a big Cosby. Like the Cosby Show is still one of my favorite shows ever. I love that show. The Huxtables were like my family. I love them. You ever watch the Cosby Show?
Well, I don't have
any big memories of it.
Public TV. Well, I mean, obviously you had Raven Simone, who was Ruby in there. I believe it was Ruby, and then it's just been on for so long. It was trying to be like a middle ground. It's a funny thing, like those TV series, like where like Family Matters, where it was trying to be a show about Family Matters, and then it became Steve Urkel's just.
It was all Steve Urkel. Yeah, like he was. I imagine he was probably just supposed to be a once in a while neighbor that would come on, and he wound up stealing the show.
Yeah, which is kind of speaks a lot to like more or less the people behind it who are wanting that. Spirit 2, it's all imply a light tone. Oh, I understand about that. I think with that, probably the more the behind the scenes stuff, like the people who wrote it and the producers and all that. Because once obviously you've been in the industry, so you know that if it's successful, they'll keep trying to go after it in order to make money off it, right?
Sure.
Right, like a proven formula. If there's a proven formula and it works every time, they're going to use it every time because it makes money, and that's what Hollywood is about. Money.
Well, and in all honesty, and like if you ask anyone, if you had to make a bet on something that has a proven track record or something that you've never seen before, most people are going to like go with the proven track record. So you almost can't blame Hollywood for staying as safe as it does. As much as I don't like it, you can understand it. Yeah,
it's a business ordeal, because I don't want to say it's a what's the word? I don't want to say it's a foolproof plan of just being able to keep money, because there's always something that can hick it up. But it's done enough that people keep coming back for it. It's like, it's sort of like K-pop music, right? People keep coming back for that stuff time and time again. It's like, well, I called it something. It's sort of like ear candy, basically. That's.
I've been thinking of transitioning into K-pop, like a K-pop band. Would you want to be on it? If I start a K-pop band, would you like to be in it?
I don't know how well I'll sing, but I'll try.
You don't need to know any Korean, but we'll just make it up. It'll be extraordinarily racist.
Well, you could be like William Hung. She bang.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, she move.
Love it. Let's do it.
I can't believe how well he became known for that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was old. That was old American Idol right there. For those who don't know, William Hung.
Mm-hmm.
I think he actually made the song of that too, because it was a Ricky Martin song. That's right.
Yeah. Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin song, but he sang it with more suave and
she bang. Yeah.
Muy caliento. Yes, I've come here to steal your woman in the night, and then I will leave you or she kiss. I can't blame them. They have Wakali Woods track record for reference. What? Wakali Woods? Are you trying to say like Wacky Woods or something like that? I can blame them. They have Wakali Woods track record for references. Uganda is kicking their butts at a fraction the budget. Well, Uganda's a poor country. First off, let's just put it out there. Their movies will have people on a drag, pushing the car to show that it's moving.
I don't want to watch that. I'm being honest.
It's like, we are trying to go really fast. Car's only going like 1 mile per hour at this point.
It's just you see someone pushing a Matchbox car, and it's the chase sequence. Just the finger is still on it. I would watch that immediately.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me of the movie with Jack Black in it. Please, I think it was called Please Rewind.
Oh yeah, Be Kind, Please Rewind. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Be Kind. Because it was for those who don't know, it was a movie with Jack Black. It was some other people too, but Jack Black went in, and he was running a movie store or helping with it, and all of a sudden, all the tapes had their movies erased, and so they tried to record their version of the movie over it. It was too funny. That's how you know you're old, is just try to remember movies like, wait, did I remember seeing that? Somehow I did. How come I'm finding out now that Phoenix part Korean? Only someone with Korean upbringing can nail the accent too well.
Thank you. Lando, you are welcome also to be in our band too. You look very Korean. You're welcome aboard.
It produces for better films than Hollywood, unironically. Oh, okay. Wakali, Nali, Bollywood, Hollywood. Oh, I thought people would be a bit annoyed.
Hollywood. I gotta watch those films. I would love to see that. You familiar with Bollywood? I know tons of Bollywood. I love Bollywood.
Yeah, well, of course, obviously Bollywood, but some people don't. They having this whole H-1B thing in the country, and they're like, "I love Bollywood," and go back home. Watch what you like and be happy. Oh, that sounds very Grockywood. Just about Grockywood. Well, it's not there yet, but maybe one day. There you go. And you get it? No, you can't use a Y. You have to use a I. That's how it works. You can't use a Y. You have to use a Y. I. As the saying goes.
Them's the rules.
Them's the rules. When you're trying to, you got the vowels, right? A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Just put an I in it. It'll work. Oh my goodness. But yeah. It goes to show that for some odd reason that the Korean entertainment, I guess, machine or industry is starting to has been making that impact on like Americana stuff, right? Like the Squid Games, right?
I think it happened. I honestly think it really happened. The seeds of it started with Pokemon. That first it was like Japanese culture kind of really came in. We had pieces of it. You'd see a little bit of it with like Voltron, Mighty Power Rangers here and there. But like when Pokemon came, I think that may have been a gateway to anime, things like that, and then it went into other, Asian traditions, stuff like that.
Right.
And then I think by 2008, 2010, that generation growing up with it, depending on your age, really was, absorbed in Asian culture, including, Korean culture, you name it.
Hey, Daniel. Well, I should say I would think Pokemon exploded onto the scene, but you have to remember that you had Dragon Ball before that time period.
Sure.
But you also have to remember that there were some anime coming over during the 60s, like Astro Boy. Speed Racer, definitely one of those. Astro Boy or Atom Boy, as it was called back then. Those were coming over, but they were done in such a way that they weren't really up to the par of dubbing as is now. Because I think like with Speed Race, like, oh, and here he comes away, and he's going fast. He's going. Oh goodness! But yeah, I think partly Dragon Ball, and then you got Pokemon. I think just the compounding of these great shows or anime kind of led it to where Japan was breaking through more and more. Like there was a breakthrough, but it was very small because of the technology and the dubbing and all that stuff that would take to, the mouth flap and all that stuff, especially with all that. PandaSub, was that you? What? Yes, that is him. Hey, why am I not following you? What the heck?
You son of a bitch.
I am following you now. I don't know why that was.
Honestly, dude, this has happened a couple of times where people I was following, I find out that I'm not following them anymore. And I did not do jack shit. So no worries.
He blames it on Jack. Just
that's it. It's always Jack's fault. That's what I say.
They are making good movies and music instead of political pieces. Well, that is true. Well, TV shows too. I mean, I guess you could consider Squid Games a TV show of sorts. But that was a big, huge one that eventually led it to having a second season. But I think with the new advent of the Demon Hunter movie that came out, I really do think that Korean entertainment has sort of now found at least some sort of anchoring point in America because of just K-pop. You've had a few artists like BTS or Psy, if people remember Gangnam Style, right? But now with the more and more stuff like Squid Games and Hunter and all that, I really do think that it's just become how do I describe it? It's sort of become a more interesting point where it is now another country who's making culturalistic waves rather than the people within the own country, right?
Sure. Well, we didn't do it like that. That's the shame. Like, to me, I find this is depressing because if you look at people who grew up in the 80s and 90s specifically, you're seeing that a lot of their films and TV shows and stuff are constantly being remade because we had cultural experiences. And you find that right around the 2006, 2008 era on, nothing was made for youth. Like we abandoned culture on them. And so they looked elsewhere. And so it's almost all of their culture comes from different countries. Sadly, unfortunately, I would love to see that we were making stuff for them, but we failed them.
Well, and you have to remember too, you used to have cartoons on Saturday.
Sure.
And then that whole arena ended too at a certain point.
Well, look at I said 2008-ish, right? That's when the iPhone came out, and then the iPhone, the iPad. So it became that everyone had an islanded experience. They weren't watching the TV anymore. They weren't listening to the radio or anything like that. They all had their own devices watching and listening to their own things. So they were less likely to be seeing a cultural experience, something that is shared by everybody because they were doing their own thing with YouTube and things like that. So YouTube, they probably started finding, Korean stuff, whatever, other stuff. And then that branched off from there. So we did a piss poor job of making stuff for that demo where they had to go to another country.
Right. Well, and there's also the other part of it too, which is it was just cheaper to get things done by another country, right? Like I think it was like at a certain point, South Park eventually had people over in Korea and Asian countries animate their characters because it was just much cheaper to do so, because you do have a lot of people over here who ask for the, I mean, nothing against that point, but it is the point of observation that people were asking for a living wage when animation in its own right is not a very big money maker. You have to keep producing something in order to continuate that, and animating something takes forever. It takes years and years and years. Gaming, like the whole gaming situation, right? It takes years and years and years to make a game, and you're future betting. You're betting that you've put your time and effort into this game or TV show, whatever, and you're betting that it will succeed enough that you'll make your money back, because that's what they want, right? Because you've put all this money in. Because losing money is not good for Hollywood. They do not like losing money. But they can't always have their cake and eat it too, and some of them are really fat. Putting the park in South Park. Oh man, that's too funny, NC Native. But yeah, I think a problem of it became is that it was cheaper to do it elsewhere, and companies are always going to try to find those ways to cut corners without making it too dangerous. But then again, there's also the ones who do make it dangerous. Like, look, no one's been caught yet, right? OSHA hasn't come yet, so we're good, right? Keep one-legged Mr. Jones over there. He'll do fine.
Good old one-legged Mr. Jones.
I can only hop so fast. Well, that's okay. Just keep hopping all day long. Come on, we got stuff to get going. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy, what's going on? How's it doing? But I did like this one by Lando. I'd credit BTS for their Korean invasion more than I would Gangnam Style even. That song was a flash in the pan. BTS had... Okay. BTS, yes. I had a more driving force than Psy, but Psy was Korean, and he did have some part in it. So it may not have been as strong, but when his stuff hit America, it burst open, right? Like, when BTS came over, that stuff was bursting open. When stuff has come over from other countries, like here's an old example, right? Here's a very old example. Back in the day, when the Beatles were starting out, they were like, we're not going to go over to America unless we get a number one over there, right? And I believe I Want to Hold Your Hand became that number one for them to come over to America. So usually it seems like if it, in the origin of country, it may not do as much, but when it comes to America, and could do so much more. But there's also ones that are opposite of that effect, right? Where it does better in America or bursts it open more, new places, right? The one at least one example I can think of is that Robbie Williams, who is very well known in the Europe part, is poorly known in America just because he didn't make it over here. He didn't break into America. He lives here in America, but he didn't break in musically. And so that's why when his movie came out, it wasn't as widely acclaimed, because it wasn't he isn't widely known. And so you do have where it's an opposite effect, or otherwise you have the first effect where it's not so great in its origin country, but it comes over here, boom, gangbusters, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Make money. Size stuff or size one song. Look, Gangnam Style, all it takes is one song. Look, there are artists from the 60s and 70s who only have... She blinded me with
wonders.
Yeah. She blinded me with science. Does anyone else know what that guy is famous for? Nope. Just she blinded me with science. And he probably plays it almost all the time. Does anyone know does anyone know much of any of Neil Diamond's songs other than Sweet Caroline? Man, you just you have that sort of thing. They tried so hard with Robbie Williams in like 90s. I remember Millennium. Yeah, I have that song too. I enjoyed that song. But now I after watching the movie and all stuff, I enjoy his music a bit more. Not all of it, but some of the stuff. But now for me, for Robbie Williams, I do enjoy his stuff. It's just he's not one of those people that broke through over here and it worked, or in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Fight says, I know that South Korea patriots were not happy about sellout size Gangnam Style getting big outside of Korea. Well, that's too bad because that made him probably a lot of money. He also had a follow-up song called "She Blinded Me with Calculus."
I know they're native.
The numbers were exploding in me. She blinded me with calculus. Do, 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 do.
Keep going.
She didn't know her Y's and X's. Look, calculus. I don't know anything about calculus. This is going to turn bad very fast. Lando says, just saying, if anyone's going to know that one obscure fact about one random musician, it's probably me. Well, there you go. Lando sounds like someone you should bring to a quiz at a bar event. I mean, they do that whole, what do they call that? Like some kind of like question night or something like that. Trivia night. Ugh. Goodness. Do you have a trivia night? Do you do a trivia night?
No. We sort of do. When Tiny Panda Face is on my show, we do a show called Phoenix and Havocs, and a lot of times we'll play like the old buzz games from like the PlayStation era, and we involve the chat helping us out. Those are a lot of fun, man. You should have a trivia night every once in a while. It's good, and it's amazing how much your chat knows more than you. It turns out that we're idiots, and the chat fucking are brilliant.
So anyway, chat. Here's another question. No, you can't answer yet. You don't know the question.
See how good they are? They know it even before you fucking asked it, my friend.
Oh, that's how you know. Dolby Digital, that's his family. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what they are mad about. A trader getting successful thanks to foreigners' bad taste. Well, those foreigners' bad taste just made him millions, so they can cry. All right, they ain't paying his bills. I'm pretty sure PandaSub would like to make millions of dollars off that rugged looking face.
That's exactly right. Yeah, so far I've made 32 cents. We're getting close, my friend. We're so close. to $1.
It reminds me of the Jerry Lee Lewis
Hold on.
And we're almost there to $100,000. Almost there. Look at the board. It says 90,000. We're 10,000 almost there. Come on. Give it to the kids. It's for the kids.
Except I'm just trying to get to 50 cents.
He only got 18 more cents. He needs 18 more cents to make it up.
It's funny you say that, Dara, because a lot of people know that I am an entrepreneur who loves money. And I just like to tell your chat that we are still selling the official PandaSub2000 hat for $6,200.58. I think that's a steal, Dara, personally. Again, this is what my lawyers, who likes lawyers, right? Who likes them? Hate the lawyers. But the lawyers do tell me that if you pay us the $6,200, just letting you know, we don't ship our product. So you send us the money, we enjoy the money, and then you put a period there. That we don't ship anything. But thank you. We do. I think, in theory, I think you'd like our products. In theory.
Wait a second. This is starting to sound like those e-thoughts on Twitch where they're like, if you can't give me $5, then you shouldn't be in my chat. The 6,200. That's the sale we're waiting for.
Welcome.
For the low price of 6,200. That's right. You too could buy a hat made by a 5-year-old. They could have paid your car payment off, but forget that car payment. Buy the hat. Buy the hat.
One time only. Use promo code DARA to increase the price another $62. So if you want that, make sure you add that little promo code.
62. I'm liking those numbers already. Oh my God.
You're welcome.
We're going to turn it into an infomercial soon enough. It was just seen on TV. That's right. All you need to do is set it and forget it. That's right, crew.
Yeah.
Just put it over there, put your meats in, and it'll turn them into a sun-dried raisin.
Dara, this is actually a good, if you don't mind, this is actually a good conversation, right? Like, so you've been doing this a long time, right?
Almost
a couple of years.
Yeah.
Years, yeah. Now, do you have any merch for you?
Well, there was I was asked that a long time ago, like, what about a merch store or whatever? Like, I was like, well, what would I sell? I only have the hat because I don't really have anything else. But I've always been, but this is where the crossroads of, like, because a lot of content creators already do this. It doesn't matter the platform. A lot of content creators already do this. And so that's one of the things for me that kind of makes on the question of, like, am I creating just to sell things to get paid, or am I creating just because I enjoy doing this thing, which is having conversations with people? But
Yes.
that's the problem.
I know. I think you and I are on the same page. Like, so for me, I personally, don't like that idea because, like, to me, the way I look at the community is like they're kind of like my friends. Like, honestly, if I'm having a bad day, they're cheering me up. If it's been a long day, they're giving me the energy. I enjoy, and I think much like you do, really enjoy what we do, right? And I don't try to sell shit to my friends. Like, I don't try to, I mean, maybe for $6,200, that's different. And everyone should go and do that, of course. Promo code Dara for $62 additional.
There you go.
Outside of that shill 2000, Panda Shill 2000. No, it's been weird because it's weird to make your own merch. I'm like, nah, I think that feels a little weird for me. I think if I think I would like to make something maybe one day and then sell that, but because I'm making something, right?
Yeah.
But just slapping your name on a shirt and stuff, it just feels weird to me. Doesn't that feel weird? Like, I don't have the ego to do that. Do you have the ego to that? I don't have it.
Well, and part of the issue too is that it's mostly made in China at this point. Anything you buy off of products of someone's merch store, unless it's like they make it themselves, which
no, but I guess, Dara, I'm saying like wouldn't that feel weird for you to be like selling your name on a hat? Like, I think it takes a certain degree of ego that I don't have to be like, yeah, someone wants to buy my name on a shirt. I don't have that ego at all. For better or worse, I don't know, but I don't have it.
There is, for me, there is an understandability. If someone is making this full time, it's another point of revenue for them, right? Like, you can't survive on just what a platform gives, because platforms have different rules and you can be taken off at any time. But the flip side of that coin is like, but then that's always been my thing for me, is like, especially with the monetization on platforms, like, what then does become content creation by the individual, right? Because you have sponsorships, you have ads, you have all these things that content creator, like Shadow Raid Legends, that's just.
But I don't do those. I don't think you're doing those either, right?
Shadow Raids has not answered my email, and I'm sad.
Okay.
But it's just one of those things, like, it brings it back to the point of question: why do you create, right? Like, I know some people go into this for full time. Yeah, I know some people go into full time because that's the path they want to take and all that stuff. And YouTube and Twitch have sort of made that a viability. But my issue is that on the aspect of that, it's nothing more than working for tips.
Sure.
Right. It's because, I mean,
God bless people do it. Like, this is me not firing at people who do it. Not at all.
Right.
I'm really pointing out my own flaw when it comes to it. It's just like, I personally just can't do it. I would feel like, it would just feel weird for me to like go, yeah, someone wants to put my shit on a shirt. No one's going to want that. Nah.
Right. There might be some funny things you like, oh, but that would be funny to put on a shirt and then sell it or whatever. But I think that the majority of it, for me, at least coming from my aspect, is like, what would be the point of doing it in the first place other than to make something on it or whatever? Because I like you, I can't, because then what does me making this what does me doing the conversational aspect mean then? Am I doing it because I can sell stuff, or am I doing it because I get to I've talked to over 300 people plus, and I get so much more to talk to? What then does it become? Like, I don't. That's the paradox of it. That's the paradox of content creation, is that monetization, merch, sponsorship side. What becomes content when it becomes nothing more than maybe a money bag, if that's a correct way of saying it.
Sure. Like, for me, I was lucky enough that what I did this for wound up becoming true. Like, the reason why I personally started doing this, the things that I do, is because I wanted artists out there to know that some of us existed without the Hollywood agenda politics, right? Don't worry, I'm not getting political here. I'm just saying that I think we can all agree that Hollywood has an agenda, okay? Right. And if you don't follow that agenda, you don't get work. And so what I wanted to do was just show people out there that, hey, some of us are not afraid to speak up. Some of us don't care that we're not in the Hollywood system anymore. Yeah. There's some of us, the water is fine. Jump in with us and let's find each other. And me doing that, well, I found Side Scrolls and they found me. And so then I got to work with that great team of people. And then we're trying to change culture and do things on that end. So like I got everything for me that I wanted to do was just be this beacon of like, hey, look, some of us exist. And so now I just do my show honestly because I love having fun with my community. I just have a ball with it. I'm not looking to make money off of them. I'm not looking for any of that. I just have fun with them. So the last thing I'd ever want to do is ask them for money because they give me just a great time. Like I have a great time with these people. So that's person-wide. Now there are many people out there that do sell hats and shit. Godspeed and God bless you. And I hope you do well on it. I just personally don't know if I could do it.
Right, and I think Equistum brings up a point. I think if a creator wants to create a design that they want to just wear themselves, then why not share it with their friends?
Sure.
We recommend other stuff we like to each other. True, that is true. I mean, like you'll talk about an item you bought at a store that works for you, or a movie or some other fact of that. I think it's just on a personal level, it becomes a sort of what then does what I create become? Mm-hmm. Does it become a tainted source of like, oh, he's only making stuff to sell stuff? Because again, you get a lot of creators already doing that. Selling electronics to health items to all this stuff. At a certain point, it almost becomes people just trying to sell people something in order to make a payment off. While there's really like there's jobs out there like people may not want to do, like the dirty jobs, like Mike Rowe would talk about. Mm-hmm. And all that, but I mean, it's just it's a personal level. It's a personal level, and people could do it, and people just don't have that ability to do it, and that should be fine either way. And Live Search says movies after the end of You Said seem to be missing much of the agenda. I don't know what You Said is. Time to start paying your guests, Phoenix, then selling them merch. There you go.
Good point.
Just give him like a pin that has like the bad writing Phoenix PandaSub2000's.
I'm sorry. Did you just call this fine Italian leather made of pristine gold hat? I mean, look at the quality on this.
Someone spelled sub wrong. Good Lord, that's.
How dare you? How dare you?
Did you have Timmy from across the hall try to sign up? Look, kid, I need something signed. I need it fast because I got to sell. I got to sell.
I guess you just don't understand the finer things in life, my friend. I guess you just don't.
Almost reminds me of, oh man, there was a long time ago, I was interviewing for a job and it turned out to be like for insurance and stuff. And I'm not one of those people. I've sold like, in the past, it's like candy bar boxes and whatnot. That's a totally different thing. But it was like the only way you'd make a form of living is based off the commissions you would get. And it's just like, why would I sell somebody something that it's really just made to make money off of? Why not give them something that helps them? That's why I do my promotional stuff I do, which is only like 2 of them. Sure. I would love a PandaSub2000 hat. There you go.
Oh, an 82,000 hat. Yeah.
He's putting in quotations too because he's serious. He's
sure,
serious.
I will make that immediately, and it will. What's a good price to you, Dad? What do you think would be fair for that?
I would say 82K sounds right, just right. 82K.
I love it. Let's do it. $82,000, and I will make that hat for you. Absolutely. Again, we will not ship it. That's the downside, but we will sell it.
We're in a very poor area where even the CCP has us chained up. Look at that.
Yes. We will send you. I'm sorry. Keep going.
We will send you a picture of hat. You will not get hat. That is the joke.
Okay, we will not send you a picture of the hat. No, but we will send you a picture of us spending your money and enjoying it. Okay, we will.
Why not? Don't you want to treat it like what is it? A ransom? No, a hostage situation.
Yes. All right, I'm stealing that idea. Yes, we will send you a photograph of the hat that you will never receive.
Here's your hat. Give us the 82K. You'll never see it again.
Yeah. Another 82,000.
I gotta see it live. Someone, please. What would they think of the hats? Long ago in a faraway land, the hats rose up against their masters and soon became the wearers.
Wow. There's a lore behind this, man. Thank you. I'm stealing all of this. Thank you. It's all TM PandaSub2000 now. Thank you.
That'll be 82K, please.
You can get some Monopoly money.
Yeah. This feels like it most times is what we get. But anyway, it's a little past the top of the hour. So what happens is I set aside some time for me and my guest to promote herself, whether they're a creator or not, doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm just promoting the people I have on. Of course, the big man himself has a whole bunch of stuff. There's his link. And if you can go ahead. Show us how you work that voodoo, good sir.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dara, for having me on. Listen, it's my 5th time being on here, so clearly I love it here, my friend. Thank you so much. I think I've been told that I'm up there, like the number 12th to 13th guest that's only been I'm like
number 3. We'll go number 3.
Ooh, we're gonna lie and make me number 3. Perfect. Thank you. Of most repeated guests. Thank you. Yeah, so PandaSub2000. But before I say that, I would like to say, if you're unaware, I do work over with the fine people over at Side Scrollers. You can find them on YouTube, Rumble, all the big platforms. They're trying to change culture. Love that crew to death. They're fantastic. But as for me, we have PandaSub2000, and we have all sorts of gaming shows soon. We're going to have pop culture shows coming on soon, a debate show, as well as a video game competition show coming soon. So a lot of shows coming to PandaSub2000.
Coming
on Rumble only.
Coming to a theater near you.
And a theater near
yeah.
Yes.
There you go. I like this. I like this comment right there. There you go.
Lando said it perfectly. Thank
you, Lando. No. It practically goes, well, you know what? This man is so look. Sometimes I have to beg this man from his high mountaintop. Like, hey, would you like to come on? He says, no, they need me over here. I cannot come. This man is so busy. I once saw him be so busy. His computer was trying to keep up with him.
Yeah,
that's how busy he is.
Yep,
yeah.
Yep.
There you go. But yes, this link will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side because I stream to both, and I try to promote this man. I try to promote everyone I have on. Sorry, I don't want to make it just singular. I promote.
That's okay. You can do that. That's fine.
Yeah. PandaSub, the series this summer. He thought he was just a regular man until he tripped over a rock and fell and found a dime, and now he is no longer normal.
Wow, more lore that I'm stealing. TM PandaSub2000. Thank you. Over a dime.
You should just should be like the Wile E. Coyote and just hold up a sign, just like PandaSub2000. PandaSub2000 copyright right there.
Love it. Perfect. Thank you.
Oh man. Then I ran out of business because you took it off. All right.
Do you mind real quick if I just be back in 1 minute?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I'll be right back.
He's gonna be back. Oh, and he's disappeared. He's gone off to the greener pasture. But from my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, doesn't matter which side you're on. If you wouldn't mind, hold on. If you wouldn't leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated, because not only does it help in being seen more, like all content creators want to be, it also helps in having other people on, like the big PS2, the PS2, PandaSub2000 for coming on. Always a pleasure to have him on, and so many other people. Again, over 300 various guests, and it's always nice to get people to come on multiple times, because why not? Right? It's a fun time. But regardless, any help with the engagement factor on the Rumble side or YouTube side, doesn't matter which side, as long as little help goes a long way. And I appreciate you all for being here. Here. PS2 least worst console ever. There you go. Right there. Reposting it 321. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. As a creator, you really do have to remind people. Yeah, well, that's what happened too. When I first was going about this, I didn't want to do like the whole, the YouTube mantra, right? Share, like, and subscribe. But then I think it was like Fragniac or someone else came out and said, like, you got to do your thing. You got to do your thing and just let people know. And so I usually just say it, and people do. People do. If people don't, people don't. But it always helps either way, and that's the point. You can still have good fun. There you go. That's true. At least be good at being bad. There you go. Being good at being bad. Ask for that's how much better PC gaming is. Well, there you go. Right there, the question is asked.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, Dara, I have an unpopular opinion about PC gaming that not a lot of people really like. Here's my take on PC gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember, you now have the link of where my channel is. Feel free to follow so I get excited, and then unfollow so I feel terrible. My problem here, look, here's the deal. I'll be really fast. The problem is that, to me, I always saw computers as work machines. I've always been doing work on them. So I don't use them for leisure. I use them for making stuff. That's my whole life. So to me, using a computer for games is like buying a shotgun as a hole puncher. It's like a lot of overkill, but Godspeed. If you love PC gaming, Godspeed. Listen, you're going to win. Consoles are dying. You guys are going to win. So it doesn't matter what my opinion is. Doesn't matter.
And that day, PandaSub's heart grew 3 sizes bigger because somebody was feeding him the wrong foods. I can't keep up with you kids. Hold on. Patty Daddy. Uh-oh. Hey, Patty Quinn, what's going on?
Hey, Patty Quinn.
He's come in to say hello. And he's
our good friend Patty Quinn.
That's right. He's drinking the Guinness and he's saying, "Where is Jesus? I don't need this." Okay. All right, breathe. All right. So I have a few things that I promote as well, because I use these things, or use or eat, whichever. But for this one, as a quick one, I am part of Proton's partner program. Have been since like sometime last year. I don't remember. But what I do is I promote them because I use them, and I try to promote it for everyone's benefit rather than for myself, because you hear about the stories about, a company got hacked and all the passwords got leaked and all that stuff. Well, guess what? I've been using Proton for a long time, and they have a few things that you can use that can help your privacy and whatnot. Now, again, this is the internet, right? Nothing is 100%. No privacy is 100%. No security is 100%. But they do a pretty good job of trying to keep your stuff safe, and they continually update themselves to get better every time. So if you would want to see more, there's a link right there. It'll lead you to more detail of what I promote, which is the Proton Unlimited plan, which includes the whole suite of stuff. So think of it like the Word suite that Microsoft offers, except better. Because I don't need anyone coming in saying, "Oh, so you're trying to compare it to Windows?" No. I'm just saying in that analogy. You can go there. You can see what else they have. Again, I use it on a daily basis. If you haven't tried it out for yourself, they do have free parts of it. But the point of the matter is that it's more about for you guys than for me, because some of you would like to be able to use a password manager that creates passwords on the fly, and you can insert and use for yourself on different bases, or an email, an alias email sort of thing, where you can use an alias email when you're signing up for something like Planet Fitness, right? Signing up for Planet Fitness, but you don't want them knowing what your actual email is. So guess what? You're going to use an alias email, like, screw you guys, and it will go directly back to that that email will go directly to your actual email instead of whatever. But regardless, you can check out for yourself. Link is right there, and if you take it up, you get 30% off on the yearly basis. So thank you all for that very much. And the last thing I do, which might make some of you hungry, I don't know. I always get hungry when I mention these people. But I also promote Biltong USA. And that's right. If you don't know what Biltong is a South African snack. It's a meat snack, but I've never heard anyone not know how to handle their meat, but that's a different story altogether. But the point of the matter is that they're a family business. It's a very small business. They're in Texas right now, which it has snowed, by the way. There is snow in Texas, so it's not all rattlesnakes and deserts for now. But yeah, it's just I've had Anton before. That's the husband. He's that one from actual South Africa. Great dude, makes a great product, and they do all their stuff here in America. They buy their bison from Canada, but the Angus and Wagyu are from America, so it's mostly American. But regardless, link is right there. They sell so much more than Biltong. They have UK sweets and treats. They have South African snacks and all that sort of stuff. Again, if you do buy from them, you can get 10% off using code DARA. Just like the man was saying for the hat, this is going to go in the opposite direction and save you money instead of adding more on. So there you go.
Who wants that? Yeah. Who wants to save money? Come on.
10%. 10% is nothing. Unless you are grateful for 10%, then But yeah, link is right there. Use code DARA for 10% if you want to save on the wholesale of your car or whole car, whatever. However it's that. I say wholesale, but that's just me. Let's see. Equin says I've always been a PC gamer, so consoles feel clunky to me.
Sure,
I understand that. I feel that.
Nothing but love.
PC gaming is for rich elitists unless you know how to use the system. I use a platform called PC Part Picker, and the reason why I use it is because they have a compatibility filter you can use, so that if you buy a part, like say a CPU or motherboard, either or, you can find what's compatible with that CPU or motherboard, and it's a great help there. But the majority of the time, the best prices you're going to find are at Amazon. Not even at Newegg. So yes, it's fresh because that's Anton for Biltong, because it's fresh because he streams on Rumble. Let's see who else. Controllers give me sore back, neck, shoulders too quick, all the way. Keyboard and mouse all the way. Understandable. I don't use keyboard and mouse. I can't. It's just costs so as much as consoles. Well, they've always been cost like that. The higher in gigabyte, I think it is. The higher in gigabyte you go, the more costly it becomes. Like I have a 6 gigabyte right now, and I found a good deal for it. Sometimes you have to keep looking. No, it's not a good money.
I also personally too, I think PC gaming is sloppy. Like, one of the great things about any artist out there will know what I'm talking about. And if you're not an artist, you might not get it. And I don't mean that's not to sound elitist. It's just kind of a fact. The thing is that creativity most of the time works great when you're pigeonholed into something, instead of when someone says you have infinity, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Artists tend to get they don't know where to go, and it becomes a sloppy mess. But when you have restrictions, you've got to get even more creative, right? Because that's how creativity works. There is a problem, and you've got to find a creative solution around it. Right. And if you look at consoles, look at some of the games that are made towards the end of that console, how they really pushed the graphic capabilities and what they were able to do. They were able to squeeze so much out of so little. And when you have an infinite amount of something, you get sloppy. So you get games that are 200 trillion gigabytes. You get all of this, you get the Unreal Engine and all this other stuff that it's too open-ended, in my opinion. I kind of like games that have standard hardware that they design things for, and they try to make the best of that system, for me personally. And you look at the Switch. You would not have had the Steam Deck without the Switch. You wouldn't have had a million things without Nintendo's innovations. That came from consoles. If everyone has a PC, you're never going to get any innovation. Because think about how hard it would be to get everyone to get a certain controller. You see my point? Like, what's the chances if I made a game that was designed for the controller that I'm selling, let's say, right? Like, let's say a Wiimote, let's say.
Yeah.
That'll never happen because you would need everyone to buy that for PC. So it would never happen. So innovation is going to go downhill with PCs. It's just going to stagnate, in my opinion, because you're not forced to deal with new hardware. You're basically just updating a graphics card. I don't know if I'm making any sense here,
right?
But like, just look at the Game Boy, look at everything Nintendo made, the innovations that Sony made, all these things that happened in consoles. PC is a very small, tiny screen and a graphic card, and that's it. And you're just constantly updating the graphic card to get better graphic games and frame rates. But as far as what the designers are able to squeeze from that, since it's limitless, games will get more and more sloppy, in my opinion. That's my 2 cents.
Well, I mean, to a point, to your credit, you do have something like with Steam where they have early access, where you can buy the game before it's fully out, and you can, for a cheaper price, you can play it and all that stuff. And sometimes some of those games don't get updated at all, and so there's a broken system right there where people can take advantage of it. So, to point to your credit, that is true, but you also have to remember that even within the console space, that even they try to copy off each other, right? PlayStation, once they saw that the Wiimote came out, they started doing their own PlayStation Move, with little bulb at the end or whatever. But at a certain,
what was that, right? So you had competition, and you had consoles trying to out innovate each other. If it's just PC, it is a small monitor and a graphic card. That's it. There's no innovation.
What you have the CPU, which is an innovation in itself, depending on
it's just more power.
Well,
that's it. It's literally more power.
Right, I understand about that part, but you have those pieces that have to work together too, and whether, I don't know if what NVIDIA is doing is considered innovation, but I mean, at a certain point, there are parts that can be agreed with on that, but still, PC is able to do more substantial power than, say, a console, because it's locked in. It's a console's locked in place. It's sort of like a Mac, right? A Mac, you could update it before it came to you when it's you're doing the whole store thing and all that stuff. But when
it's a closed system, yes,
you can't do that. I don't think you could do it to the console. I think PlayStation was like that too, where you could upgrade it before it came to you. And I think you could do that with the Xbox too. But once it got to you, no, I guess Xbox you could, because it was just Windows.
Well, what I'm saying is you're mentioning power. So yes, a PC, there's no question a PC has way more power. There's no question, right?
Yeah.
But when you think about like the first Nintendo system, the reason why Mario controls so great is because that controller was made by the people that made the game. On a PC, there's no standardized controller. It's a million different things. So if we started off, let's say consoles never existed, then you would never get fine-tuned controls. It would just have been, you've got to make something for everybody. I don't know if you're seeing my point here. Like,
right.
Consoles helped innovate. PCs, in my opinion, will be the downfall of innovation, because it's one singular thing that's just endlessly expandable, but it doesn't actually add anything new to it.
In a way, yes, because you have to remember that when a game like talk about, say, like when a game gets not ported, but like when a game first goes to, say, a console, right? And then they have to change the controls and stuff for it to be used on PC. There is some where they have to do that whole work around that system, like, and there's again, different parts equate to different how things go and whatnot. So sure. there's a thousand things that a company has to do in order for it to be used, to work with this piece and all this stuff. So there is a form of keeping up with, basically, right? You have to keep up with, but I would think that at least with a PC, you're able to go backwards, where with a console, you only can go as far back as the company lets you, right? Like emulators, right? Like what was it, years ago? how many years ago? It was like a few years ago that emulators were sort of like the big thing, and then Nintendo started coming out and shutting them down, and other companies started shutting. So you have emulators that people can use. Like, I don't know if you use an emulator, but I know you play like Atari and all those different games. So you, well, I guess they have those mini things.
Original hardware, my friend. We play nothing but we use emulators sometimes. Yeah.
I knew it. I know he uses an emulator.
Damn it.
Get him! Pitchforks. No, Pitchforks. Equi says, I think PC gaming helps to keep game prices in check. Consoles don't come around often enough for companies to rely on console sales. They have to make money on games. PCs stop them from price gouging. Well, not only that, but it's another avenue of revenue, I would think, because you have consoles and PCs. Those are the only two avenues one can make money. Well, mobile. There's mobile too, but not every game.
Mobile is destroying everything.
Well, yeah, the mobile form. Yeah, the mobile form.
Yeah, I mean, mobile is taking over everything.
Yeah. Listen to this. Hey, well, don't just close your ears. You'll be okay. It's all right. Let's see. What's PC gaming to the price of memory nowadays? Well, what's that to have anything? Because all prices are going to go up. A new PlayStation console is going to be much higher, but people are going to still pay for it anyway. What was it? The Switch, right? When Switch 2 came out, people were like arguing over the price. They were arguing over the games. It's like, this shouldn't be that high. They still paid for it anyway. Mm-hmm. So arguing about prices for anything is going to be ridiculous because people are still going to pay for those consoles. People are still going to pay for those high-priced games. People are still going to pay for the pieces of a PC. That argument kind of gets thrown out the window because people are still paying for it. Maybe not all, but a big chunk of people are still paying for it. So it was a weird thing when that happened with the Switch 2. Is like, it doesn't matter if the price is high. People are still going to pay for it because of the name that's behind it. Nintendo. Almost everyone loves Nintendo. Instead of a console war, processor architecture war makes games only for Elbrus and watch the innovationist people scramble to port them. What? Elbrus? Only for Elbrus? I don't know what that is. Let's see. The industry affecting the price for him. I'd like to hear more about that. Please tell me more.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is, right? The AI is decimating RAM at the moment, right? Oh, thank you so much, Luigi, by the way. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Is it your birthday today?
Today is my birthday. Yes, it is.
Happy birthday, Phoenix.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Why could it's his gold?
Everyone forgets. Don't worry about it. It happens.
People throw him a gold bar in chat. He needs some gold bars. He needs some gold bars in chat. Ready to thank? Oh, thank you, Raven Dove. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Elbrus is arguably the best microprocessor family ever. I still don't know. Look, all I know is Intel and AMD. That's about what I know for CPUs. That's about it. Oh, Blab says something to say. It's more like a hatching day, not a birthday. Oof.
Son of a bitch. Very rude of her on my birthday. Very rude.
Is she trying to say you lay eggs? Is that what she's trying to say?
No, she has this theory that I was laid from I was hatched from some hatchery or some shit like that. Who the hell knows? It's just mean spirited and that's very rude of her.
I bet you anything she'll leave you a nice card like a tooth fairy. Just put it right underneath your pillow.
I would like that. I would like that.
Wouldn't that be nice, Blabs? Wouldn't that be nice? Just put a birthday card underneath his pillow. Like, oh my gosh, it's the tooth fairy.
Yes. Is that so much to ask for? Seriously. I don't know.
Hey, how's it going, Nightmare? How you doing? It would be hilarious. Instead of parents leaving money for their kids under the pillow, they just leave a card. They just leave like a little card that says, you know what, the tooth fairy was gonna come and leave you $2, but Daddy said no, and you got this card that tells you Daddy loves you. And the kid wakes up and tears the card. Like, I wanted the $2.
I think for shits and giggles, I would give if I had a kid. I think the birthday card would just say, "You're adopted," as just a goof and a gag. Yes, to see what the little fucker does with that.
Oh my gosh, you'd be horrible. You might as well be one of those parents that you just be one of those parents that, like, if you want to teach your kid how to swim, you're like, All right, well, we're out here in the middle of the lake, and there you go. Piranhas. Oh, you better start swimming.
My bad.
Today, at Top 10, a man leaves his child in a lake full of piranhas. Some say the kid made it, others did not.
Yeah.
News at 10. Exactly. You only know the big Western players because that's all you've been exposed to. That's why we need to process our exclusives. Well, then why don't they get themselves out there? Right? Like AMD, for a long time, AMD compared to Intel was seen as the underdog. Like Intel was a huge big thing, like in the 90s and so. It was like anyone ever would talk about was Intel this, Intel that. That's why I went the AMD route, because I didn't see anyone going down that route to just use for your computer. AF Pine, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yes, it is PandaSub's birthday.
It is.
Big one-ups to the man himself.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
He's coming here with his talents and all the things he has. He's got his birthday. He's put his birthday on hold. He's put his birthday on hold to come here and say, "Woo, I like to be here." And I say, "Happy birthday." The president says, "Happy birthday." And then he says, "Here's your 20." President, you're going to give me a 20? It's a gold 20. Look at it. It's got my face on it. Actually, it's funny enough. Where is it? Oh, did I leave it over here? Oh, man. There was a antique store I went to.
Okay.
And
do you frequent antique stores, my friend? Is that like
rarely. It was rarely.
Okay.
Yeah. But when I've gone there, they usually have, they have a whole bunch of old things, but they had this cabinet dedicated to like old money and stuff, right? Like dollar bills, old coins, whatnot. And in it, I don't know where I put it, but in it they had this. I don't know what period it was from, but it was the it had like these Trump gold dollars. Let's see if I can't find an image to show.
Okay.
And I was like $5. It was like $5 for me to get a gold dollar.
This thing cost $5.
I think so, but it was.
And you didn't get it?
No, I got it.
There we go. Beautiful.
This is it. This is it right here. This is what it looks like.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
So this is the gold thing I was talking about, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you can get this gold one. It was an antique store, but that's what they look like. It's actually made with gold, to be honest.
The gold hair, that's perfect.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I even say I look handsome in it. I'd marry me.
Beautiful hair, beautiful, luscious hair.
Beautiful, luscious hair. I believe in all the beautiful. Let's see. But yeah, that's what I got from a antique store, but I don't know what I do with it. So hopefully it's somewhere. Lander said, I once read in an encyclopedia that men named Jeff don't make it very far in Alaska. I didn't say that. Let's see. Hey, Anvilight. Yes. How are you doing, Anvilight? Guys, production is 1,000,000 out of 10. What a talent.
Thank you very much, my friend.
A talent and a half because it's his birthday today.
It is my birthday.
I want to hear. I wish I had that horn. Like, boop, 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 boop.
Well, I just did it. So, I mean, speaking of talent, my God, it was like a horn was in the room.
Now do a moose. Now do a moose.
Is that a moose? Did I do it? That how moose go?
I just now the show's gonna be like moose calls like.
Production went up, my friend. You got a moose in the house? Wow. Wow.
And here we have Fred over here, who's a very good moose. Hold it. Don't you move. Don't you move. It'd be like the it reminds me of the Secretariat from the Craig Ferguson show, where he wouldn't speak, but then you have Jeff, who would speak, and that was a pretty good sidekick to have. So maybe you should have. Well, you already have a robot. You already have a robot.
Yeah, we have Man Machine. Yeah.
Now you just got to make him make funny jokes and stuff like that. Unless you're
that's what we have to do. Yes, he does have to do funny jokes.
Goodness sake. Nightmare, we don't have popular foreign chip manufacturers because most companies leave x86 to AMD and Intel since they're entrenched and have the manufacturing infrastructure. I'm just saying back in the day, Intel was the main king. And then AMD came on the scene. So to say there's not competition is a bit off because there wasn't. It was just Intel. It was just Intel. Nope. I already read that. Here we go. Good question. Why aren't there games being developed exclusively for other architecture? Now I'm going to go on a limb and say I think that is something we might see in the future. Possibly. I don't pay attention to that stuff. That's how
I don't see them ever doing that. I mean, because it would have to be some hell of an exclusivity deal, and I don't even know how necessarily you'd be able to even program for that. I'm sure you could. I don't know, but that seems like you'd be shooting yourself in the foot to be on a PC, but then be exclusive to one thing. That'd be kind of tricky.
Well, and that kind of goes for the games too. Like I get it. Like for the Final Fantasy series that was exclusive to the PlayStation 5 and all that. I get that because PlayStation put money up front for that. But my issue is that game exclusivity kills the prosperity of what that game could reach, right? Like
I disagree.
Well,
keep going though.
The fight. And then he crapped all over his face and called it a win. But no, it's the Final Fantasy one. The I think it was Rebirth. Yeah, the last one that came out. They said it really didn't make very much on the console. But when it started coming to PC, that's when it started to see an uptick. But again, it was exclusive to the console first, PlayStation 5, I believe, because that was the new one that came out. But it, there's stuff like that where that happens, where game exclusivity kind of limits reach of the game, and you're dealing with two very different fields of console and PC, and those are both open fields. A game could take advantage of, if not for exclusivity deals, depending on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it didn't work for that.
So I would say like think about like how when Nintendo and Sega were going after each other, when they were cutthroat with one another, look at how much the consumer benefited from those two duking it out with exclusives. If everyone had the exact same thing, there's no innovation. If we all just have the exact same thing, nothing new is created other than just one is literally more powerful than the other, which is what you're seeing now. It's just now that we've all catered to the PC culture because it's winning. The PCs are going to win. It doesn't matter what my opinion is. PCs are winning. What do you see now? Pretty much PlayStation and Xbox are really just glorified PCs. That's really essentially what it comes down to. And so since we're always porting to PCs anyway, it's just a powers race. So you're not seeing, when was like the most innovative game you've seen? Like not really anything. It's just better graphics, good games. I'm not saying the games suck, but where's the innovation? It's kind of has faltered when you look at back in the day when they were duking it out, all the incredible stuff that was coming out. Because of that fight, whenever there's competition, the customer always wins. If there's only one communist fucking product, then we all lose because it's just one thing.
Well,
so you want
monopoly.
Exclusive. Exactly. Yeah. To me, you want exclusives.
Well, I'm just saying that it doesn't always work out, though. Again,
of course, it doesn't always work. It's a gamble especially for the developer. 100%.
Yeah, a developer and the call it platform. What is business, Sony, whatever you want to call that. There is that too. But yeah, it just depends on what it is. But let's see. If you use the last few generations partly due to cross-platform experiences, all you're left with at that point is pointless brand loyalty. Well, what do you think? What do you think all the groceries, mostly groceries in your store are? It's brand. People buy brand because they trust it, but they don't realize that not all brands are to be trusted, if that makes sense.
I thought you said brand for a second. I thought we were talking about like literal bran, like a bran muffin. No, you said brand. Okay, I gotcha.
Brand.
We're bringing this down to brand. It's good for your colon.
Look, I had my honey notes too. All right, I get the fiber, but he's got a little too much fiber in his system. You just can't see him all the time. PC. Last man Jeff says PC over console. Now they want to monitor everything we do on PC with it. Well, if you don't think they're not doing that with your console already, I mean, you're not paying attention to that either, because you do need the internet. Like, what was it? PlayStation has PlayStation Live, and that you can play games for free or whatever. Xbox has the Game Pass. Nintendo has their the Switch has its online store.
Switch online. Mm-hmm.
If they're connected to the internet, I wouldn't be surprised if some of that data gets through back to the companies about what likes or not likes or whatever. It's not really, it doesn't matter on either end. PC, console, they're both pretty much in the same arena in that regard. And Nightmare says, even if you had exclusives, it's not about innovation anymore. It's about brand loyalty, which there's part of that too, especially when you talk about stuff in the market store. All those.
See, I don't know if that's true, because like back in the day when Xbox was making great games back in the day, because they were, man, the Xbox 360 are one of my favorite.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fantastic generation, an incredible console. Back then, I was a 360 guy, and then, then Sony started making The Last of Us and a whole bunch of other different games, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. You know what? They've sold me enough on that. I think I'm going to go over there. I think what's happening now is it's just there's not much innovation anymore. I think that's really what you're seeing here. I think it's arguably the only company out there that's doing anything remotely unique, love them or hate them, is Nintendo. And I think everyone else is basically just making PC games at this point. It's just throw power at something, update the graphics, and that's about it. But Nintendo seems to keep trying to try out something a little bit different,
Well, you can't forget about the independent area, though. That's where innovation is mostly coming from as well, because the tools are out there for people to start making on their own accord. Blender or Unreal or whatever. There's tools out there that people can use that aren't constricted by the marketplace of like Switch or whatever. I mean, you still, if you want to get your game sold, you have like Steam or different other places out there. But at the end of the day, though, you do have innovation coming from indies. Pixel. They're doing Pixel with new tech or whatever, or they're doing this or that, or on a low end, right? So there is innovation coming from that regard, and I think innovation coming from non-AAA businesses or gaming businesses is probably much better, because I know that you've probably seen about the AAA industry just becoming this wreck of itself, because it's inflated itself. It's inflated its own ego, right? Because again, these people rely on a game they're making like 5 years in advance, a few years in advance, and they're hoping that this game sells a lot in order for it to be paid back to, and then they go on to the next project. The problem of it is that's a huge gamble, a really huge gamble. And these AAA companies have thousands of staff people. Like, at a certain point, they have to downsize to the point that it's much more feasible than it is, what it is now, which is too inflated, too egotistical, and you wonder how it survives, but then you're like, well, they get the money and stuff. It's like, maybe, I don't know, but I think indie is probably going to be more the way for things to go, rather than to be stuck to like Sony, Xbox or whatever.
Sure. Again, it's just and again, guys, for those who love PCs out there, don't worry, the PC is going to win, and then mobile is going to beat PC. But yeah, so don't worry. Like, my opinion is outdated, so don't worry about it. But what I would say is, again, even an indie on a PC, the innovations are constrained to a small monitor and a keyboard. The end. There is not going to be a gyroscope. There isn't going to be any motion controls. There's not going to be a portable or anything. There's not going to be any other tech outside of that. It's going to basically be on a PC, which is fine, but it starts to limit things, right? Where if you look at what consoles delivered, from light gun games to portables to gyroscopes to you name it, that popularized things because you had to have it with the system. if you don't have it with your PC, the chances of it becoming popular enough to ever have any momentum is next to zero. And you saw this with the Xbox One. They tried to make their little Kinect work by forcing you to have the camera. Now, that was obviously a shit idea, but their idea was sound. If we force it on the console, then you are then developers will have to use it, and therefore it will be in part of the ecosystem. A PC will not have any of that stuff. So over time, we're just going to just be, at best, getting more and more powerful games and less innovation. Now, you might see some innovation in game design, certainly, but as far as any peripherals or anything like that, it won't be. It's going to be mouse and keyboard moving forward. You are limited to that.
Well, and to point to the mobile point that you had made, you have to remember that Steam has the Steam Deck, right? And that's basically
because of Nintendo.
Well, I mean,
Nintendo.
You had the what was it? The Vista. I think the Vista was out before Nintendo was a handheld. And you had other handhelds before then too. You had like what was the Sega Master, or what was the Sega one that was handheld?
Well, that would be a video game console.
Yeah, but it wasn't a handheld stage, so you did have mobility. The Game Boy is a good version of mobility, but it was limited by the tech within it. And so now you're having stuff like, say, the Steam Deck, which is, I believe, is using
a Switch.
Well, a forked version of Linux, but yeah, in that regard.
It is a Switch design. Take off controllers, like it's the Switch experience.
Right. But then you also, like, someone brought it up too, like you have the VR section as well, where you have that's another piece of that mobility, right? So I think a big chunk of that will probably move to that point. Like, I think the one big thing a while back, and it was too much, but I think the one big thing Apple tried to do was the whole Apple Vision, which was having a mobility of what they had with that. The problem was it was too expensive, and they kind of cut it off at a certain point. But the idea is there to take it to that level of like glasses, right? Like Microsoft was trying to do it, the HoloLens or whatever. And all that sort of thing. So it is the point that, yes, I think I can agree with that. Gaming is going to move towards that mobility, but it's going to be in the sense of a Switch or VR type of headset, where AR, right, augmented reality sort of thing, right? I think that would make sense.
By the way, real quick, I think Nightmare had said I was wrong about the so sorry about that. I thought those were removable controllers, so you can axe what I just said.
Yeah, how many of those gimmicks survived across generations? So you'd have to do the calculation.
I would say almost all of them. If you look at, like, gyroscope technology is in almost every single controller. So is the vibrations that you got from the N64 controller. Almost everything passed along for one, like you take the Wii, even if you hated the Wii, well, that Wii ultimately turned into a Wii U. That Wii U turned into a Switch. You can see that through almost everything. It's very, very few things. I'd say the only thing that died was the cameras, was the web cameras didn't survive, but almost everything else to an extent did survive.
Well, and you have to remember that Nintendo is usually the slowest on the regard of when they innovate, because, you have already PlayStation and Xbox were pushing upward, but usually Nintendo's a bit behind because it's trying to perfect that technology to where it went from the console thing, and now it's onto a mobile console, which is just going to be mobile in that regard, with obviously without the camera though, because it doesn't have a camera. But on that regards, Steam did VR first with the Vive. VR is actually a really good point. Like VR, because VR is on console, but it has much better life on PC. No question. I think that's a really solid comeback. I think that's great. Well, and not only that too, but there are VRs that are trying to be separate. Like they transmit, but they are trying to be on their own accord of like power and all that stuff, where it used to be like cable,
Yes.
Accidentally choke yourself with those sort of things if you're not careful. If you're not careful, like HoloLens, that was supposed to be a thing, wasn't it? Yes, that's what
the
Microsoft
HoloLens. Yeah, that thing died quick.
They knew something about that one. Motion controls were the last true innovation in the gaming industry, and it debuted generations ago. Well,
I would say the Switch. I think the design innovations of the Switch is pretty unique.
And you have to remember, like, Nintendo came up with the Power Glove, it came up with Rob. So there were some innovations. It was just limited to that time's technology, which now it's transferred to what Switch is. Steam's new Steam frame will be, is that what it's called now? The Steam frame will be both standalone and PC anchored. There you go. And more people are getting into the sort of console sort of separation other than, so it's not just Nintendo anymore or PlayStation or whatever. So there's innovation of Steam getting into it and other people getting into sort of this maybe console-ish area. But again, that will eventually move to being mobile because VR is still beginning, but it's quite strong on its regard of long lasting. Because you have to imagine you could be like, what was it, Ready Player One. That's the ultimate future right there, is Ready Player One. You know, you have a track you can go on infinite and all that.
Well, I think that's more like kind of the, if it actually happens, I think it's more like the Elon Musk, what do you call it? The chip in the old head of Neuralink. Like that's where you're getting the true VR experience because you're fucking thinking it's real. You know, you're seeing it.
That we call that AR. And yes, it's going to be, for right now, it's only for people with paraplegic disabilities, but that's probably where it should be most at, is for people who can't move themselves beyond the scope of. And then Nightmare says Valve is innovating more for both gaming and Linux than anyone else. Well, that's kind of understandable because, again, they use a forked version of Linux for the Steam Deck. But anyway, it is the top of the hour, and so we're going to start. Elon's totally planning to Borg us.
Yeah. I would never do it, but yeah.
I almost thought you said totally banging a Borg. I was like, holy
wow.
crap.
I would watch that.
I'm right here with Elon. We're going to watch him bang a Borg.
Time to bang a Borg. As long as he's not illegal, get him out. Get that Borg out.
It's part of the collective. We're all part of the collective. But anyway, it's the top there again. So what we're going to do, quickly go through and promote our stuff, and we'll go mosey ourselves out of here because my man is 102 and his temperature is a rising. And that was an Elvis song. But anyway, where to find the man himself is his link right there.
So if you love PC gaming, well, then you'll love PandaSub2000. But we only play PCs. Yeah.
PandaCub2000, the PC 2000 right there.
Oh, I'm stealing them, man. I'm stealing everything tonight. Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Dara, I always have so much fun here. I love your chat and everything. Yeah, listen, guys, if you love modern and retro games played ultra bestly, make sure you follow us at PandaSub2000. We've got gaming shows. Soon we're going to have our debate show coming back. We've got a pop culture show coming as well as a video game competition show also coming soon. But honestly, we just have a lot of fun with our chat. That's really what we do. We just love hanging out and having really fun experiences, interactive experiences with the chat. You can also find me over at my day job, Side Scrollers. They're on YouTube and Rumble as well. Fantastic crew, Craig and Blabbering Collector, or you know her as Blabs. We have that every day, 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on, again, YouTube and Rumble. You can find us there too.
Yeah, it's always nice to see it. And then, of course, he appears on screen with the rest of them. It's like, wow, he's really famous to do that now when he wants to be
very
behind
famous.
the scenes.
Yes. This is going to cost you a lot of brand for my appearance here.
Look, I only have one box. I can't eat it all in one go. Okay?
That's all right. I accept.
You just be hearing.
Yeah, that's it. I just need a good bowel movement. Honestly, that's it.
Oh, Alaska Man Jeff says, tell Craig to grow a beard.
Will do. You got it, my man, Alaska. I will.
I just liked when you said bestly and you didn't do a Trump impression with that. That was really
bestly.
Funny.
Ultra bestly.
I come in. We have a kid called Deku. He's ultra great. He's got the greatest man ever. They call him. They call him All Might. He's so good. He gets the illegals out.
Get those illegals out. Get them out.
Oh man.
Leave the brand. Get the illegals out. Leave the brand.
Well, that's right. The legals need to have just feed illegals brand. They'll get out themselves.
Yeah, there you go.
They can't just feed them a laxative. They'll run out of here. Anyway, I could just see a bunch of people like, "Oh no, senor, open up, open up, senor, I need to go." Occupado, senor, I'm going to blow. I need to go. Someone make a show out of that. Anyway, for my anyway, for my things, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing a comment.
Let's make this show. Let's just make it a reality.
I just can't stop thinking about that. But I'm getting there. Hold on. I'm sorry. It was just a funny one. But anyway, any help with the engagement factor on either end is much appreciated because not only does it help in being seen more, it also helps in having other people on, like the great PandaSub or PC2000, as he's nicknamed himself. But it also has other people on, like Alaskaman Jeff, Tomby, so many other people. Again, over 300 various guests, create or not, have been on DaraChat, and that's what it's all about, having conversations with people across the way about whatever comes our way, which is the most important part of all, because it's already enough to talk about politics and all this stuff as it is. So there we go. Any help with the engagement factor, much appreciated. Love you all. And of course, for my end of stuff, there's my link right there. You can go there. You can find my Twitter X, my email, a link to Discord, but just for DMing. Also, my Rumble and YouTube link are in there. That's where you can find all my stuff. Again, if you want to format, there you go. Let's see. And of course, nope. Don't do that. Press the wrong button. Don't press the wrong button. I'm going to blow up China. There you go. I am part of Proton's partner program. I promote Proton because I use it, and I promote it for the benefit of others, not for myself, because again, they do have a lot of nice tools that are great for everyone. So if you want to take a look, the link is right there. There's more detail inside, and if you do decide to take up the offer, you can save 30% off on the yearly. But at the end of the day, I promote it for the benefit of others, because you hear about the news about a company getting hacked, passwords getting leaked, all the bad stuff just getting out there. But guess what? Here's a company trying to do their best for making a privacy orientated. So give it a look. If it's worth your time, great. If not, you know what? At least it's there in your pocket when it's ready. Just like that Game Boy of old. But it takes like 4 AA batteries at that point. Those were the times. All right, and the last part I promote is, of course, Biltong USA. If you don't know what biltong is, it is a South African snack. It's a meat snack, but if I say meat, people are gonna start making jokes, and then I'm like, haha, you're a genius. But you can go there. They do more than biltong. They have stuff from the UK. They have stuff from South Africa. So much stuff. As Trump would say, it's so great. It's so brilliant. So many snacks. I have 1 snack a day, and I say, give me more. So you can go there, look, and if you do decide to buy something from them, you can get 10% off the whole. So give it a look. Like I said, if it's worth your time, great. If not, that's okay too. It's a mom and pop shop. Great people, great food, made in America. America! Like how we all want it. Or at least some of us do. Some of us don't. They want China more than anything else. But let's see. Where's my calendar at? I gotta check my calendar. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will have on. Hold on. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will get to have on the Schleppy. We'll be on at 7 p.m. Eastern, so come join me for that. I hear he's well known around here, and he's a great guy. I just asked him on because it's like, that's a weird name to have, is the Schleppy. So that's all it took. That's all it took.
That's all it took. I like your name.
Weird name. How would you like to come on? So yes, we'll be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So look out for all that stuff. And of course, the last thing than I do with my wonderful guest, the great PandaSub2000 or Phoenix or man who looks like he's about to go on a motorcycle ride but doesn't have a motorcycle. Something like that. We're going to go with that. But anyway, I have this hat here I bought from Rumble, right? And I put some questions inside. So what happens is that my guest, the amazing dude in front of me, gets 2 freebie questions. That's right, 2 freebie questions because I'm so generous and because I just want to see how he'll answer things. He gets 2 freebie questions. I am on YouTube, but I'm not monetized, so there's that. But I'm on Rumble. So if you want more than the 2 questions, you can give a Rumble rant, and that will get you another question. Doesn't matter the amount, so don't try to be like, does it have to be a 5? If you want to give a 5, sure, but it doesn't have to be a 5. So, but luckily for you, we did have one.
Do you accept pesos? That's the question.
That's a little cheap for me, but you know what? I'm willing to bend for an American.
Okay.
But we didn't have one from earlier from Aramis, so that makes 3 questions from the hat. So, are you ready, good sir?
I am ready. Thank you. Yes, ready.
All right. Let's see what the hat will bring us. Here's question number 1. If I can get past the post-it note stickiness. 1 second. Hold on. And there we go. All right. Question number 1. If you could rename yourself, what ridiculous name would you choose?
Oh, if I could rename myself. Well, I can tell you when I was an annoying, rebellious little fucktard, I did actually try to rename myself to the most cringy. Are you ready? This is so cringy. I tried to name myself Untitled because I was an annoying, pretentious teenager. But that really becomes quite difficult when you try to say your name is Untitled. No, I think I would name it to Big Dick Mahoney.
Be the BDM.
Yeah. Big Dick Mahoney. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
His Mahoney is as big as his cojones. And that's when
it's a total lie, but I'd name myself that anyway.
There you go. You know what? I once heard he went to Walt Disney World and they brought him in. They brought him in. He said, look, I don't want to go on a ride. I'm just going to stop by. And they said, sir, get on this golf cart and let's go. And he said,
yeah.
There you go.
Mr. Mahoney, Big Dick Mahoney. Yeah.
Life Search says Untitled or Entitled.
I deserve that. And much worse.
You could say he was unentitled. There you go. That combines both right there. Question number 2. What's your favorite way to unwind after a long day?
Say it one more time, I'm sorry.
I said, what is your favorite way to unwind after a long day?
I got to tell you, I am really that annoying that loves work. So I like making things. So for me, there isn't really an end. Thankfully, I get paid to make stuff for a living. So that's fun. And then I continue to make stuff. If that isn't really a good enough answer, then I would say it's great to play like a game. I like to go back to the classics every once in a while where I can just turn my brain off and have fun. I play like the old Donkey Kong Country classics. Sometimes I'll even break out some Guitar Hero. Because again, it's just turn your brain off and just start, strumming along and stuff like that. Love it. So games would be probably a way to relax.
What's your favorite song on Rock Band?
Well, for me, it was Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero, sorry.
Well, I can answer Rock Band. I think. Well, for Guitar Hero, it was the Metallica. I loved Metallica Guitar Hero. That was awesome. So pretty much anything Metallica, that game, perfect. I would say Weezer on the latest Rock Band, the Weezer album. Really fun to play. My Name is Jonas, classic on Rock Band.
Beverly Hills by Weezer.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills, that's where I want to be. Living in Beverly
Listening to the album
Hills.
right now.
That's the only song I know of them. I will say though, giving credit where it's due, Stranger Things did help bring Metallica back to the spotlight with Master of Puppets. All right.
Sure.
Yeah, they really brought him back. Same with Kate Bush, I think her name is,
Mhm.
brought an 80s song back and made it relevant today. That's the power of television. Not television.
You're talking about running up that hill. That Kate Bush.
Yep, that Kate
Yep,
Bush.
mhm.
Not the Kate Bush Playboy Kate Bush. That's
Mhm.
totally different. Someone's be like, wait, he knows what Playboy is? Look, Hugh Hefner was not the greatest man, but he certainly had a row of chicks right next to him. Okay.
Yeah, can't say that was a bad job. Can't say that was a bad job.
And he was in a bathrobe. Okay, you're pretty much telling men not to have that kind of dream.
Yeah.
Question, and thank you to Alaska Man Jeff who gave
Thank you, Alaska.
another Rumble rant. So that's 4 questions. Question number 3 though is, if you could make one silly law that everyone had to follow, what would it be?
A silly law that everyone had to. Oh man, I think what I would like is at a certain time of the day that everyone has to stick their ass out the window and fart. That you just have to. I want to know what a sonic boom down a city block sounds and smells like. That's what I would like. Everyone's got to stick their ass out and fart. Personally, and I think we can make this happen. If I'm president, we can make this happen.
honey, I think it's time. We're gonna have to sound the fog alarm.
Yeah. Yes.
Fire in the hole.
Yes. Can you imagine that sound when an entire city block is doing it? God, man can dream.
Probably going deaf at that point. Good Lord.
Yes. Yeah.
Fight says, yeah, silly law, like banning BC Gibby or something. There you vote Phoenix 2020. There you go. There you go. You want your motorcycle man with what he has, and then he just tells you to get back to it.
We're not going to work on the economy or fix immigration, but we will have people's asses out the window farting at 4 p.m. every day. So let's make it happen.
No matches allowed. No matches allowed. Please, Lord, no matches. Then it's really going to stop like a rocket engine. Is Elon Musk nearby? What the? Here we go. Question number 4. This will be the last one, unless someone gives another Rumble rant. Do you prefer sweet or salty snacks?
So honestly, it used to be, no one gives a shit, but it used to be salt, right? So I was always a potato chips guy and all this other stuff. Yeah. But then when I went to keto, basically all you're ever getting is a lot of sodium. You're getting a lot of salts and stuff. So now I always crave sugar. Now I crave cookies and chocolate and stuff like that. So now I'm going to say sweets now. I'll say sweets. Yeah.
What brought the change?
Well, the change again, because my whole diet now, you can't have sugar. So now all I do is crave sugar. So on my once or twice a month, I'll cheat and I go right for the Reese's aisle. Like I love me some Reese's peanut butter cups or the fast break bar. Those are those are good.
I've tried to do that too, although it's not very easy when you're confronted with what is it? Ice cream and stuff. But I have done pretty well, like granola. Granola's a good way that I tried too. But I still eat chips, but I eat like the healthier versions, like made with olive oil or avocado oil. Those are usually ones I eat. But yeah, no, it's a sucky. Oh, and I drink prebiotic soda that has usually low sugar too.
I've never even heard of that. What are some of the brands called? Just curious.
You've got Olipop is one of them. Olipop is one. Poppy is another. Popie. Poppi. And then you have some new ones coming out, but I can't remember their names. But they're Olipop and Poppy are usually the two big ones. But like if you were to go to a Kroger or something like that, they usually have their other versions there too. Let me see. Nope.
I like that you have all these cans on the floor.
This is one from No, it's in the bag. This is one from Aldi's. This is Aldi's own right there. No, it's just in the bag. Because I can take the cans to a metal place and get money for it. So there you go. It's called called "Making Money While I'm Drinking Money." You know what I'm saying? But
hear you,
this is Poppy right here. So, and as you can see, it's like 5 grams of sugar.
Mhm.
Oh, yep, 5 grams of sugar up there. So there's that. But I mean, there's all different varieties. Cost is a bit different, but like it's much more healthier than say like drinking Coke, which is like extremely sugary. Okay, Coke has probably quadruple the amount of sugar that has. So think about it that way. I know they put like those bags of sugar, but not really the greatest remark. Smart man, thank you, appreciate that. I'm right to with Phoenix, but I'd rather only fat without sugar than sugar without fat.
Sure.
And Lando says, I can cut fat like an Eskimo when I need to, but sugar is the devil. Sugar is the devil's candy right there. I'm not living like Asmund Gold. Have you? My room is much cleaner than Asmund's Gold. He had a roach in his sink once. All right. That's so you know how bad it is. He's called the Roach King for a reason. Okay. Don't make that comparison. All right. But that is the end of it. But anyway, guys, that is the end of it right there. Of course, thank you all those in chat for being here. Amazing as always. Whether you've dropped by for a little bit or have stayed the whole thing, you guys are all amazing. And of course, big one up to the man himself. They call him the P Meister, the master rapper P, all the good stuff. PandaSub2000, the genius behind it all. Thank you, good sir. Always a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you, my friend.
Even when we don't even know where we're going, we
don't know where we're going. It doesn't matter. And I tell you, there's going to be a number 6. There's going to be a part 6 to this, Dar. We're going to, at some point, I'm going to be your guest. That you just go, please get the fuck off my show, please.
I'll be like,
God, please.
I'll just be like, Panda, how much time can you actually spare?
You're just going to super chats. Get this fucker off of your show, please.
No, it'll just be the Rumble Rants to say, keep his coat on, keep it on. Oh man, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks, Lando.
Yeah, don't forget, both our links are in the description below on both ends. So if you want to see where else they're at, because all of Panda's stuff is in his website link. So looks like a genius made that.
That's correct. It's 100% correct.
It's like I gotta figure out which way to point. That's the wrong way. I gotta go like, no, that's the wrong way. No.
You just pointed to the curtain, like your curtain just made a website. Damn it! Right there, I was beaten by a curtain again. Happens to me all the time.
Just have to use my head as like, but anyway, but like I said, tomorrow 7 p.m. Eastern with the Schleppy coming on. So hope to see all that. And of course, I end the show as always. Oh, and by the way, the song from earlier, the music video is called Trumpular by Pogo. And so the link for his channel is down below. So you can check out his other stuff. He doesn't really make much anything anymore, but that was one of his old ones. And if you feel like you need to see Trump a little more, there's the one for you. But again, I end the show, of course, with the one that's called One Day With You, of course, by Pogo. Hope to see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. And of course, though this man is sick and feeling unwell, he still came on and rang that bell. Ring it! Ring it hard! See you next time, guys. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.